Hey guys, this is JL, the July Lioness. Thanks for joining me. Today we're building the Have a Heart Soup Kitchen. And this is the owner, proprietor, Brother Bates. I think his first name is Elwin, but it doesn't matter. It's just Brother Bates. Brother Bates is a very wealthy man. He's a philanthropist. Right here, he's talking to Jeffrey Landgrab, who is understandably upset because Brother Bates just evicted him and bulldozed his lot. So Jeffrey's a little miffed, and Brother Bates, who's a very kind-hearted man, he feels kind of bad about it, and so he was sort of checking in on Mr. Landgrab. Hopefully they're everything all right? I know I did this to you. I didn't mean to like screw you over or anything, but that's progress, man. Hey, I mean, like it's a homeless shelter. And if you need a place to stay, I mean, just saying. No, you'll probably just have to move to one of your other houses, huh, Land Grab? I love that name, Land Grab. Oh yeah, Brother Bates. Yeah, he's wearing lederhosen, but he is not of Germanic descent. They're just comfortable in the desert. I mean, he needs it's nice to wear shorts, and he likes those suspenders. They're great. So here we go into the build. I sped this up to 4 times. It's tricky hard to find the right combination of you want it fast, but you don't want it so fast that this is there's a speed build, and then there's like flash build or blur build. You're like, what did I just see? Oh well, my brain takes in everything. Maybe I'll have a dream about it. It went into my subconscious anyway. I don't know exactly what I just saw, but it's in my subconscious anyway. So yeah, we're doing the excuse if you hear dog grunts or whatever, it's just my dog. She likes to lie on her back and roll around, and she grunts while she's doing it. So, but it's friendly. Don't worry about it. So yeah, this is a soup kitchen slash homeless shelter. I because Brother Bates has been concerned. He's noticed a lot of homeless people around in the parks and whatnot, and sees them sleeping on the benches, and then they steal food that's people prepared, left behind. That's a tough existence. So Brother Bates, he's got room for 7, or maybe 6 if things work out with Vivian. uh, But yeah, he's sort of taken a shine to Vivian. What's her name? Spencer Lewis. She's an elderly lady, so she's older, but he likes older women. But they kind of took a shine to each other. So that'd be kind of nice if they were to. Of course, they wouldn't live in sin or anything. They get married, and he's got this wonderful little apartment on the upper level of this place, which you'll see at the end. So anyway, the floor plan here is first floor in the back is the main kitchen. As you're facing the kitchen, to the right is the men's wing, which I'm building here now. It's got 4 beds, 2 bedrooms, public, bathroom, and showers are outside. Because sometimes you get stinking a little too much, and it's just nice to make sure you get yourself real cleaned up. And sometimes it's nice to just kind of sneak in from the outside to clean off when you get real things really get rough. If you were sleeping in that napping bush, that's the bed slash potty bush that we have now. That bothers me because one of them has heart-shaped flowers. That is an actual plant that's called bleeding hearts. And I mean, people are peeing on it. No, not cool. Especially not one of those plants. Pee on, go. Why don't you pee on a rose bush? It would serve you right. Something with thorns. That'll discourage people. Yeah, that's kind of a stinky interaction in more ways than one. So yeah, the working on the men's wing here, I put in the outdoor shower so they can just sort of go out to the deck, get some nice fresh air, and they will shower in one of those side by side. But in a regular shower, they won't because of the glass, I guess. So originally I set this as a retail lot because I really wanted to have those vending machines in it. The ones that are really hard to find. They're called, what am I thinking? Corporate Raider Revenue Generating Cooler. I think that's their name. And if you do a search on it, it won't come up. And I had to Google how to find these things. So what I learned is if you put your lot in, set it as a retail lot, and then do the search under retail items, I think in food, or maybe, I think it's just food, it'll pop right up. So I had this set as a retail lot for a while because of that, and I had some problems getting recording in build mode. This is not free build mode. I thought I could record in free build mode. What I was doing was take the sim over to the lot, and then in live mode, of course, and then go right into build. Well, tried doing that, wouldn't let me do it. So that might be an update. Instead of doing that, why don't they fix the spicy food glitch, for crying out loud? Stop making it hard for me to record and fix the real stuff, will ya? Oh, well. So anyway, yeah, Brother Bates is, he's a friend of the world, so he needs to make about 10 friends, or introduce himself to 10 people to get his aspiration rolling. So I'm taking you in and out from build mode to live mode for a couple of reasons. One is to rest your eyes a bit, because that quick motion, a lot of that quick motion, all that jerking around, that can be very hard on a person's eyes. It could actually even result in motion sickness, because motion sickness is like a conflict between your brain can't process your eyes input. Like if you're sitting on a train and you're facing backwards, your brain has a hard time processing that information because your eyes are seeing one thing, but your body's feeling something completely unlike what it's supposed to feel. So the brain goes, huh? And you get motion sickness if you're susceptible to that. Okay, so I got the wings on, and yeah, I have a problem of miscounting my squares. I get the measurements wrong a little, and then I go back and fix it. I did the same thing with the Grace Miller School, but I fixed it, and you can download that now. It's ready to go. My origin ID is MairwenWish. I'll put that in the comments, in the description here. I also put the hashtag MairwenWish in my gallery listings too, so hopefully they come through all together. Val, you can download Brother Bates too if you want. But yeah, I was just thinking, it's not easy being homeless, but this is not a permanent residence. This is a shelter. This is temporary. So the accommodations are not, not fancy, but they're basic. They will get you through. It's a roof over your head, a little entertainment. There's computers for job hunting. There's a games room. There's some toys if God forbid you are homeless with your kid. Um, so it meets pretty much your basic needs, but it's not a it's a it ain't a hotel. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to stay there. So you know it's I guess you'd say it's like a government run institution in some cases, but this guy, he's filthy rich, so he's funding it himself because he's just a very compassionate man. And he's been homeless. He knows what it's like, and he doesn't want to ever be there again. And he feels a lot of sympathy, empathy for people who are in that place. So he's good people. He loves to dance. He's a dance machine. So maybe he'll take Vivian out to Trip the Light Fantastic. I don't know if she likes to dance. We'll find out. So we're just testing things out too. That's another reason I'm going back and forth between live mode and build mode, is to test things. So I wanted to make sure he would use these outdoor showers, and it doesn't seem to be a problem. And he's already used the men's room, so that's good. That's not a problem. I turned the toilets the other way so that they are at a 90-degree angle to the wall because it saves space. And it only takes 2 squares to make a serviceable toilet. One space for the door and one space for the toilet. So that worked out. I was pleased with that. Learned a few things building this. I didn't know that you could take out the like the wedge part of the stairs. You can delete that so it looks like they're kind of floating. And you'll see me do that. So yeah, he's just testing the soda machine. It works great. Eventually I do take out the cash register, so it is listed as a residential lot. So I was trying to figure out how you can get people to come in and eat the food without making it like a restaurant. So I think the best way, and I might do a let's play of this, is for him to go to the parks and recruit and add those people to the household and get them jobs and get them a place to live, and then they would move out. So that's his mission. He's going to go to the different parks and stuff and look for the homeless people in the telltale stained white tank top. We've already found one. Jacques Villarreal is homeless. Sometimes he's homeless in the game and sometimes he's not. It's interesting. Maybe he starts out homeless, because this is a new game. We shall see. What's he doing over here in Oasis Springs? He lives in Windenburg. Yeah, they all get around. Okay, so I'm working on the ladies' bathroom. Yeah, see, the toilets are turned that way against the wall. That might help somebody in a wheelchair too. Wouldn't that be interesting if they had handicapped people in The Sims? Wheelchairs. I mean, they could add them to the hospital, and then you could build handicap accessible houses, where then you'd have to have different height counters and stuff, but you could put in grab rails and make sure your doors are wide enough, and I think it'd be kind of neat. They could even add walkers. So then you could have an old folks home that really looked like an old folks home and not sort of like a hospital. And would they please get rid of the stupid elders' interactions? It's really insulting with the stupid back crick and the deafness. Is that supposed to be funny? Because I'm not an elder, but I don't find it very amusing. Actually, that's why I don't play elders because they're annoying, and it's it's a shame. I mean, old people deserve to have their dignity, and I feel like this game makes fun of them. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Am I putting in the computers? No, not yet. Okay, I'm making blue for boys and pinkish purple for girls. I'm color coding the dormitory wings. We don't want no conjugal visits. And if there were families, I suppose they'd have to be in a separate building, like a duplex or a out back, a quadruplex, like with maybe apartments of some sort, so that the family could be together. But for now, I guess if you showed up with your children, everybody would just sort of, give them a couple of rooms. I mean, I'm not going to split up the families by gender. I guess Mr. Bates, brother Bates, would make some concessions, like maybe he'd move a couple beds around so they could all share the same room, something like that. Figure something out. Gotta put in those lights. Oh, okay, doing the kitchen now. I thought I had the refrigerators symmetrical. I thought I put three in the middle, but no, I don't have that many squares. Counted wrong again. In these institutional lots, I like to have a lot of symmetry. Oh, yeah. If you've ever tried to widen up a wall, this is what you get, a mess. You get this empty space in the middle. You could put some plants in the middle, but I wanted to make an extra wide countertop. So I would have had to try to squish some tables in there. I do not believe in using move objects, not for a game that's going to go on the gallery, because it gets all screwed up. Um, I'll use Alt a little bit to if I need to get something in a little off the grid, but I do not use move objects. Because anytime you go to remodel that lot, you never know what kind of a chain reaction you're going to get. Oh, that has move objects. Oh, that deleted that and that and that. And oh, geez. So I guess if it's a lot that you're not going to share, that's fine because you know what you did. But if you're going to share it, um, it can create issues. I also try not to size up things either because I can tell if there's a rugs size up all right. Paintings, not so much. They get pixelated. Um, Furniture, no. Even bushes for me look weird. It looks like something out of the land of the giants or something. I mean, if that's what the look you're going for, um, if there isn't a giant version of it in real life, then I'm gonna kind of stay away from it. Unless I deliberately want to have something real freakish or something. Like I can see if you're doing some sort of a primordial theme, then yeah, you can size up some mushrooms and stuff because things were bigger back then a lot of the time. Yeah, so here's the kitchen. And I like that. I think you call it a spandrel across the top over the counters. Fills in that gap. I'm thinking in the new movie pack has those hanging rooters, cutting rooter bottles, that's suspended there. That might look cute over that spandrel. I'm gonna see if I could fit one or two there. So I'd love to have things that kind of hang. I'd love to see some house plants that really trail down, really long ones. That would be really pretty. I'm happy to see the flower pots on the brackets. Those are great. You can use them inside too. You can put them like over a kitchen window, but they would be better if they, like I said, if they hung down really low, like make it an English ivy or an asparagus fern or something. Yeah, I'm really into plants, especially indoor plants. See, that would be really pretty hanging a fern from that spandrel. Oh, I found some lockers that are perfect for a shelter, so they can put their stuff in there. It'll be safe. Also, I've been meaning I'll probably go back into the clutter menu and add those knapsacks. So that would be like a gift from the shelter filled with their necessities, which is what you do in real life. You put together a bag for them to hand out to people on the street who are living on the street with necessities in it like soap and some food and washcloth and deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, that kind of thing. So yeah, I was thinking I'd put some of those little knapsacks in their rooms, and that would be like a gift for them. Oh, there's where I took out that. I think you'll see it again close up, but you take out like that bottom wedge from the stairs to make them look like they're floating. Looks a lot better. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm watching this in Movie Maker, and it's very small. Okay, I'm adding a porch. Okay, I'm gonna put that. All right. Yeah, I'm getting ready to put in the stairs. There are going to be two stairways on the outside underneath the porch. There you go. And they will be going up to the one on the left in the ladies section goes up to the gaming room, and the one on the right will go up to the computer room. And in the middle of the second floor is Brother Bates' apartment. And you don't see it, but Brother Bates also has a back staircase that goes to his apartment and to the floor above. There's only one staircase up to the third level right now. That's not used right now, but I always like to have the stairs in there because they're such a pain. I hate trying to. I have run into in the past. I have wanted to add staircases, and there was no room. That would be like to a Max's house, one that's already in the game. So when I build them, I try to I put in an extra floor, but it's always unfinished. Now this was going outside my comfort zone, drawing walls beyond the footprint of the lower floor. I was like, that looks really weird. You can't do that in real life. But the walls are all enclosed, it becomes a room, and so the floor fills in. I'm like, yeah. So I'm learning to make more interesting buildings. I'm moving out of shoebox phase. Yay! So yeah, so this is the unused third floor, but it is going to get a back staircase, but not in this video. But if you download this, you'll see it, and I think it's pretty neat. And I showed it to Brother Bates, and he thought that was pretty cool because he likes shortcuts. So there's a okay. Here we do the thing with the stairs. 1, 2, 3. Boom! It's gone. Deleted. That ugly wedge shape is gone. So it doesn't look like there's a piece of cheese sitting in my front entry anymore. It looks like a staircase. Now I'm going to go back to all my other houses and delete that part of the staircase. Now, setting up the dining area. There's only going to be 8 Sims, so may as well just do 2 tables of 4 and not clutter up the space with all these extraneous tables. Of course, if there were a big event or something, then we could add some tables. Okay, now we're working on the apartment, which at this point I hadn't decided it was an apartment. This was still a retail lot at this point. And what I had to do was once I got it to a certain point when I decided I was going to have him live here, he was living elsewhere. He was living in a trailer, Johnny Zest's place. I forget what they call it, but the trailer. And I was going to have him live in the trailer and just come over here to work, but then I realized, well, this isn't really suitable for retail space anyway. May as well just move him in here. Got plenty of room. So once I decided to do that, I had to have him sell this place. And then I went into build mode and reset it to residential. And then he bought it as residential and moved in. And then I finished it once he had moved in. But this was not free build mode. This was in retail mode. So I had to keep transferring money over from his personal household account to fund this. It was kooky. I don't know if it's because it's a brand new game or if The Sims made some changes. You know, if EA made some changes in their latest update about filming free build mode. So I'll try it again. I'll use this same game or one that I've already got going and see if you really can't film free build using the Sims camera. I know most of you guys use like fraps and stuff, but I tried that and it just took up too much memory. So yeah, here we're kind of in a test mode again, and he's roaming around his apartment, which is shaping up. Oh yeah, clay. You want to make a sim happy? Give him a ball of clay. They love it. I keep finding little sculptures around and about. Bunny rabbits and bowls, and somebody had something that looked like the Eiffel Tower. And they just kind of appear, so you know they've been playing with the clay, but you don't often see them do it. But he likes apparently to do the clay while he's watching TV. I'm assuming it's because they have the childish trait. I figure this guy needs to love kids. So I gave him the childish trait. I didn't give him the family oriented trait. That might have worked as well, but I might do it later if I can. I mean, you only have 3 to choose from. So he's friend of the world, dance machine, childish and ambitious. So we're almost at the end. Okay, well here's a little mini tour. It is hard to really get this camera to show the rooms, but I'm grateful we can do it to a certain extent anyway. So this is Brother Bates' apartment. Heading into it. There it is. So that's the kitchen here on the right. You don't really see that too well. This is just sort of a hallway that I need to add a light in down here, I'd say. I just got spa day, and I love these room dividers with the candles in them. Cute. And I'm crazy about the movie pack. Love these curtains. Love, 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 love. Been using them to death. And you can recognize the movie stuff in the living room here, which is rather brightly lit. So this is a combination of spa day and movie stuff. And he's playing the arcade game, and I'm about done. Thanks for joining me, guys. This has been JL, the July Lioness. Take care.